the very last day of July 2026. We're at a new park today. You can see how windy it is. I hope you'll be able to hear Frank. We are down in the Portlock area over on the east side of the island. Are you able to hear me okay? That will determine if we're going to stay at this location or if we're jumping back in the car. Yes, thank you, Peggy. It is so windy out here. You can see the people out. It's not very deep, it's very shallow water, and they're getting feeders so they can go fishing. Most of them just have nets or buckets that they're collecting feeders. And here comes Frank.
Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
Well, hi. How y'all doing? Greetings. Welcome to another one of your FRANK26 YouTubies. It's good to be with you. It is very windy today. We're getting over a hurricane. Thank God we missed it. It went right by us. But the hurricane brings wonderful trade winds. It just feels so good. But it could interfere because you know, the wind as it goes across the microphone. So if we get to that point, that you're having difficulty hearing me because of the wind, the car is right there. Let us know, and we'll just jump right into the car and we will finish our report today. It's good to be with you. I missed you. It's amazing, isn't it? 24 hours later, here we are. Every 24 hours, we have a date, don't we? It's good to be with you. God bless you all. I welcome you to ktfoes.com. Like right now, here's a good example. It's very windy right now. Let me know if you can hear me. If you have difficulty hearing me, we will move into the car. In the meantime, let me pull out all of your notes for today. There they are. It is the 31st of 2026. We are. Oh, this is nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, this is very nice. Thank you. I can see you all. Tigger's with us. I didn't know Tigger comes to listen to me. Wow, you're all saying that you can hear very well. This is wonderful. Because I want to stay out here. It's nice and breezy. We brought you to a place. Wow, look at this guy's tattoos. Look at his tattoos. Did you see them? All the way down. Here he comes to your right side. Here in Hope. Oh, that's a rescue helicopter. When I was at Sandy Beach, which is over to my right, at Sandy Beach is where I broke my neck in 1997. A 10-foot wave hit me and knocked me out and paralyzed me for 6 months. And Greg Louganis was there, the Olympic champion, the diver, and they had to get one of those to go get him. Yeah, it was a bad day, and I came out of there with a broken neck. Anyways, family, it is the 31st of July 2026. I greet you in agape love. We are ktfos.com. We're here to study the Iraqi dinar. And before we do anything, we always go to God in prayer. Please join me. Please join me, all of you. Let us focus and talk to God. Abba, Heavenly Father, by the blood of your Son Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, I have the privilege to talk to you, to be with you, to be in your presence, to ask you for forgiveness of my sins, to ask you to bless my family, my brothers and sisters in Christ, those that follow us at KTFA, our KTFA staff, our admins, everybody that contributes. Bless them all, Father, for they are about to go into the next chapter of their lives, aren't they? I want to thank you again for this opportunity to teach what you brought to us. Thank you. I am humbled by you. I am humbled. Yesterday we told them some things. Today the articles of exactly what we told them. There it is. We are humbled by you. Nobody at KTFA takes credit for what you do at KTFA. Hear the prayers of my brothers and sisters, please. Hear the prayers of your children, please. And hear the screams of the children that are being raped and abused by Satan. I pray for America. I pray for Israel, as you have asked me to. And I pray for this investment that we're involved in, for this wealth transfer to be completed. And I pray that you trust me enough. That you trust me enough to be involved in it. I have a special request for one of my admins, Toy VP. His sister has been affected by meningitis that is swelling her brain, her spinal cord. Please, Papa, please. Only a miracle will help her, and that's you. Please, help my friend's sister. Heal her. Open her eyes that she may say hi to her brother again. Lead me not into temptation. I don't need help. I can do that by myself. Instead, protect me. Protect me. You split the Red Sea for me. You split the Jordan Sea for me and your children. Please, Papa, split this evil that is affecting our nation, our world. In the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit that I pray, amen, amen, amen. Are you okay out here, Tink? You gonna be okay, huh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're here to study the Iraqi dinar. Everything that I say to you is just strictly my opinion. Could these people be any louder?
They're saying goodbye.
Oh, they're saying goodbye? Bye. Man, they're loud, but I think they're loud because of the wind.
Yeah.
They can't even hear themselves. And that's why I was very concerned that I hope that they say they can hear us, so there should be no problems. Alrighty, family. Yeah, we're here to study the Iraqi dinar. Everything I say to you is in my opinion. Like, for example, how do you like my boot? How do you like my? I don't know. Just pick a color. How do you like it? And that's my opinion. Okay, it's just my opinion. So, what's the title of your UB2B? What is the title?
Discussion.
I can't hear you. Oh
Discussion
dear.
is over.
Huh?
Discussion is over.
Oh yeah, discussion. Yeah, they'll tell us. Here it is. Here it is. They tell us. Quantum Love says discussion is over. If discussion is over, Quantum Love, then that means something has started. What would you guesstimate has started? And by the way, before you answer that, what discussion is over with? What discussion has ended? Tink, it says that our title, it says discussion is over with. What discussion is over with?
Lifting of the 3 zeros.
The lifting of the 3 zeros? You get a cookie. Well, okay, I'm exaggerating. I'll give you a kiss later. Good job, yeah. The lifting of the 3 zero discussion is over with. How many times do I have to say that right now to impress that upon you? 48 times? 49? Okay. The discussion is. No, I'm not going to sit here and say it that many times, but I do want it to soak into your brain, into your psyche, into your understanding as we walk into this UB2B. I think that's his home. Look, family, remember I told you that there's so much material here? You can build, you can do anything. Show them that pile right there. That's a little bush right there. But sadly, a homeless individual, he gathered all of those palm trees, leaves, and he stacked them up. You know, like on Naked and Afraid. That's where he lives until the city moves him and destroys his little living area.
Just close it right there.
And this is what they do to help. For example, you see right there, there's a sign on the other side, but those are pants. If you don't have, look up here. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 different shoes. You get shoes, slippers, things. Here in Hawaii, I told you that there's something called aloha. Aloha is not something that you can really point at. It's more of a feeling. A feeling of love, a feeling of caring, a feeling of wanting to do something for someone else. That's aloha. So the title of your UB2B is that the discussion is over with. And we've established that the discussion that is over with is the discussion of the lifting of the 3 zeros. Yesterday, I read you a long report from Omar and our CBI friends that basically laid out the lifting of the 3 zeros and what it would do and how much $100 would be worth 150,000 dinars, and if you lift the 3 zeros, then we're left with 131. The whole thing explained, wasn't it? Yeah. And what did you see today? Exactly what I read to you, word for word. So we have it in advance. That's good. That's fine and dandy. But here's what I want to say about that. I said it to you, but you read it. It's the same thing as if I gave you bank stories. But why do you think I bring them? When I bring them, you hear them. I know. Shut up, Frank. Shut up. You're talking. Yeah, okay, whatever. But I bring them to you. Everything I do has a purpose. It's not just on purpose. I bring them so that you can listen. You can pick up You can taste the flavor. You can smell the ambrosia. You can feel the excitement of what they experienced and went through. So yeah, and when you think about what this title is, the discussion that we brought to you that you read about today, it's over, and that's why it's on paper. And the fact that you read it today in an official documentation from the government of Iraq, it causes you to say, well, yeah, this, okay, Frank told us the truth. That's fine and dandy, but hey, what it says is so valuable, and where it comes from is even more valuable. Okay, so now let's go back to the original question. If the discussion has ended, if the discussion has ended, doesn't that mean that something is going to start? Well, I don't know, Frank. The movie just ended. Well, doesn't that mean you're going to start your car and go home? Oh, is that what you mean? Yeah. When you stop something, you go, right? You come to when you come to the red light, you stop. But then it turns green. You got to go. So the monetary reform discussion has ended. And in my opinion, I see you guys are saying the distribution of the lower notes. Yeah, okay. And that's part of, man. Thank God they're not mad at each other. They're happy, but God, they're loud. But yeah, if the discussion of the three zeros is ended, if that's ancient history, then in my opinion, what is starting is the phase that we're in right now, the fifth phase, the phase that the CBI friends of mine were told, this is fifth phase, this is what you got to do. And that's what they're doing. They're educating the Iraqi citizens. Every question is being answered. Don't you think you got more answers than you've ever had before? Yeah. I mean, this is a dream come true every day, the things that we see and hear. Normally on a Friday, it's very slow, because it's a holy day in Iraq. Oh, no. Shoot, in fact, next Friday, they're going to work. Claire, yeah, we got that article about the weekend that they're going to force them to work. And look at the weekend that they're going to do. They're going to force them to do it in. If we have time, we'll talk about that. There's too much to talk about. So the monetary reform education, that's what's going on right now. How do we know the fifth phase is done? Well, I already answered that. Who is it? Dolores? Dolores, it looks like. Let's answer that before I teach. Yes, this is an old question. Family, there are six phases. We're in phase number 5. What is phase number 6? And when you see phase number 6, that means that phase number 5 is ended. Helped our friend, our sister. I think it's our sister in Christ here. Yeah, I think it says Dolores. Dolores. Let's tell Dolores. She said they're asking, how do we know when the fifth phase is done? Yeah, look at Carl Cola. He said when they delete the 3 zeros. Yeah, yeah, that'll start phase 6, won't it? Yeah, yeah. Alrighty, so I'm glad we answered that question. So family, we're in the phase right now where the monetary reform education is being given to the citizens of Iraq. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, look, when they talked about the lower denominations, shoot, last week it was 3 things in a row. The budget in HCL, the lifting of the 3 zeros, the lower denominations, and whatever it is that we're going to talk about today. Don't you see that? That's carpet bombing. That's not dropping one bomb. It's like what Trump is doing right now in Iran. He is laying bomb after, but it's not, kaboom. It's it annihilates that whole area. There's nothing left. Oh, we're 6,000 feet deep into the ground, and you're gonna stay there, you dumbasses. So before I get on my horse and I start making a fool of myself, let me let's see what Omar has to say. Do you guys want bank stories today? While I look up Omar's report, answer me. Let me know. Do you want Omar's report today? I can't believe it. I was with you for 2 days ago. I was with you for over 2 hours, and we got over like 30,000 views. Wow. Yesterday I was with you for like over 2 hours. Also, wow. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do. I don't mean to. I just get to talking and talking and talking. Yeah. Yeah. So you let me know if you want bank stories, and if you want. Oh, you already a bank story. Omar's, but yes, please. You better, Frank, or I'm going to take your cookies. Okay. All right. Well, let's start then with Omar's report. You know how we do this, okay? Look at that, Jan. It was 336 texts. I got it down to 115. I'm so proud of myself. That's just today. I'm the only idiot on the internet that gives his phone number out. 419-283-2552. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? You need a friend. Sometimes you need somebody to yell at and just to vent. That's what a friend is. That's what a friend does. That's what Job's friend should have done. In the meantime, let us go and see what we've got. Boom, boom. Here we go. So this is Omar's report. That's the end of it. And let's see what we got. You see, this phase is monetary reform education. And that also included explaining to them the lefty of 3 zeros. You know what else they did too? 2 days ago and into last night? The float. And I brought all that, I read it all to you. Family, those were 5 events all at once in a small amount of period, about a week, 5 days. That's monetary reform education. It's never been concentrated like that before. I know. We're only going to take you back to midnight today. I haven't been reading you a lot of his reports because I've been bringing you a lot of bank stories. We're at 10 a.m. Hang in there. What? What they say? You tell me. What do you say?
F26 is a good guy with normal eyelashes.
Normal eyelashes? I would give my wife butterfly kisses. Remember that when we first met?
Yep.
She said, "Your eyelashes are longer than mine." I said, "Oh, really? Come here. Get up close to me." He tickles. She tickles. Those are butterfly kisses with my eyelash. And she would say, "Whatever. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you said?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, family. Hello. We were talking about how the salaries were going to be met. You know, Frank, the budget is, it's interesting. When we sit here and we talk with our CBI friends, that's one of the subjects, yes. I didn't read to you what I said to him. The but and so and so whoever is saying, tell Frank that the salaries are always covered by money. We don't borrow. We don't make loans. It's always covered by our money. We have set aside special monies that are separate and cover the salaries. So, unfortunately, the rumors about the salaries are not true. Salaries are being paid, but the, that paying of the salaries, as much as you're looking for a new rate, Frank, no, there is no impact on a new on changing our rate with the salaries. Eh, just thought we'd tell you about the salaries. What do you think?
Get them both.
Let's. Why don't you do that, and I will stabilize this. Go. Um, go with her. But we have no. There will be no impact on the changing of our rate with your question about the salaries. Now, Frank, the salaries always are covered by our money, always been paid out of a special fund for the budget allotment. It's always been that way with us to make sure that the payments are late because sometimes they are late, but they always paid through that money, that amount. That's a lot. That's a lot of money that we're talking about that has been put aside for our salaries. To which I said, okay, cool, that's fine. Yeah, but there's more about the salaries. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. And I share this because, yeah, this is interesting. So, in Iraq, salaries for public employees do come from a dedicated budget allocation, like we're telling you. Basically, the government sets aside a chunk of money that is supposed to go towards salaries and pensions. And it doesn't fluctuate like our rate. It doesn't fluctuate. It's based directly on the exchange rate. Now, right now, they are dealing with a funding gap with a few billion dinars. But they have been trying to sort that out regardless of the exchange rate. There are many things that move forward regardless of the exchange rate. Family, one of the things that my friends are so concerned about in Iraq is that they think that they need laws to be passed. Some of you think also that. I read every post. Some of you say, well, we need this law, this law, this law. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Well, that's your opinion, Frank. Yes, it is. And it's my intentions to prove it to you tonight. Let us, sidebar, let us continue. So, regardless of the exchange rate, that's how we base it. And yeah, yes, changes to the exchange rate aren't what's driving the salary payments, okay? That is on its own project. They're more about keeping the financial system stable. And that's what they told us by lifting the three zeros, we would have it more easier and more stable for our exchange rate. Indeed, Frank, salaries always are covered by special allotments. That money is always set aside. It may be late, like I said, for us as citizens at times, but it's always there for us. I have nothing to do with any type of rate change. Let me change that. It has nothing to do with any type of rate change. So it was a cyber attack on the water. It was in Minnesota. But go ahead and get the files out for it. I want them. I have nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with any type of rate change. So unfortunately, we should not be looking in that direction for a rate change. I've never said that it would happen that way with the salaries. Okay, so we're done with the salaries. I say thank you, copy that. I understand money is set aside. You guys have always been paid, so I shouldn't be looking in that direction. Thank you. And he says, yeah, no problem, Mr. Frank. Continuing. Yes. How's it, my brother? How's it? How's it? Oh, you fine. Good job. Thank God, man. Yeah, dry them off. Aloha to you.
Hello, have a good day.
You too. You too, my brother. God bless. Right. And that's how it works. Continuing. Oh, and by the way, I'm starting you off at midnight. Hey, Mr. Frank. Yo. The television is back again talking about our monetary reform. Do you want to hear it? Because you told us that it's history. You told us that it's over with. There is no more discussion, but they're still discussing it. Go on. Go on, man. Don't be pulling my chain. What they say. So at 11:50 while you're asleep, let's talk about it again, okay, citizens? What do you want? The television is talking about the lower notes, the ones, the 250 and the 500, not the other ones they're going to introduce. But they're talking to us again about the 250 and the 500. They're complaining. Remember when we gave you that report yesterday? Well, it turns out that they released that report in an article today. And that's the one that we're talking about that you have. We read it to you. We didn't think that they were going to release that. It was too good. It was great. But they did release it. What does that tell you? What phase are we in? Let me see. Monetary reform education. That would be, yeah, let it go. Release the Kraken, man. So they're talking about the 250 and the 500 again. And they're complaining about the 250 and the 500. They say they disappeared. Yeah. There are many ways that they disappeared. Okay, first of all, worn and torn. Well, it's been almost 20 years since you printed those notes. Number two, um, you brought them in. It was early this year. You guys got in the mood, and you thought that it was happening, so you brought them in because you were going to get the LDs. You brought the 25K notes in, right? Yeah. Number three, how else are they disappearing? Well, it is highly possible. It's highly possible that there's this little leprechaun. I think he's on the 8th floor, and he's going around with this gigantic vacuum cleaner, and he's just sucking up every 250, every 500, every 1,000, all these, anything that's underneath the 25K and the 50K. He's just yeah, it looks like Mr. Zeus. He's got those that special gunner. He's just sucking them all. I don't know, making them disappear magically. Wow. And yeah, so you're complaining about that? Yep, the 250s and the 500s are disappearing. Do you think that's a plan? Here, Tink, will you fix that for me? And you didn't notice? Do you think there's a purpose to the 250s and the 500s disappearing? I don't know, Frank. All I know is that they're disappearing from the markets. Before Eddie left us, remember? He was also saying, what's going on, man? I can't even give back proper change. The shop owners, like Eddie and others that he mentions, these people I know, they were all scratching their heads. Even the traders now. And everybody's wondering, why are the 250s and the 500s gone? Called my Chase Bank and all they said they don't steal them. Okay. This is not important what I'm reading? I thought it was. Yeah, uh, they're disappearing and they're reiterating this again. They talked to you about it yesterday, but then just before the day came to an end, actually the day started for you guys while we were going to sleep. They're complaining again about the 250s and 500s. So what else did they say? Well, they said that they're blaming it on the CBI available to get it out. The CBI is responsible for getting them out, but they're not. They're upset, and it makes it hard to do any kind of exchange without the 250s or the 500s. What up? Where did the 250s go? Where's the 500s? Does anybody know where Carmen? Where's Carmen San Diego? Is that how that goes?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Where in the world is Carmen Dinar? I mean, come on, what's going on? It's the plan. Yeah, we're all complaining, and even the traders are complaining because they can't give back change without the 250 500. So it says that they're just adding to the liquidity issue, but they're talking about the lower notes on the television again. It's 2:50 in the afternoon for us right now, and now they're talking about this. Now this is new. This next thing is new. And I'll figure out when we share that, not tonight. So let me just take you up to that point right about there, and you can read that much. Okie dokie. So let me go past that. You know what happened. I told him, I said, hey, you know very well what happened to them. You know very well what happened to them. You guys are storing them. Okay. Then he says, well, Frank, the latest headlines are pretty interesting. Yeah, I was praying to God that you were going to have another wonderful day. Oh man, tell me what are they talking about today? It looks like they're talking about the latest headlines this morning are actually pretty interesting. In July of 2026, the Prime Minister Z met with the IMF in Washington, and they agreed on pushing the Iraqi dinar for more international use. Frank, your file, whatever. This is file number, whatever. This is the float. Plus, the Central Bank of Iraq announced plans to expand the money exchange sector, which is a big hint that they're laying the groundwork for a potential currency appreciation. Okay, appreciation is fine with me. I don't care. Okay, Omar. So this is the new exciting thing. Now, I did not share with you, family, the other new thing that they have released, because I'm sharing this that they have released. And God willing, you will see an article on this subject tomorrow. Family, just a friendly reminder, you need to listen to Frank every day to keep up. You always go back and watch. Isn't that, who is that? Neely's mom. Isn't that the truth, Neely's mom? I remember when I went to Bowling Green State University, you know, inorganic chemistry was okay. That was my first year. But the second year, organic chemistry, man, you got to have a different type of a brain to be able to look at a I don't know, a CH crystalline structure, and to be able to turn it around in your brain, and to be able to look at all the bondings, all the angles and everything. Oh, it was different. It was a different form of study. That's where we're at, family. So they're talking to us about international stuff is what it boils down to here. Let me get you at the very beginning. So the latest headlines this morning is this. They're talking about our currency, and they're pushing our currency, the Iraqi dinar, for more international usage. God willing, you'll read about this tomorrow. Plus, the Central Bank of Iraq announced plans to expand the money exchange sector. That's pretty obvious, isn't it, Frank? Which is a big hint that they're laying the groundwork for potential currency appreciation. A currency appreciation? You're running out of ways to say it too, aren't you, Omar? Ah, bless your heart. Is there any more? Yeah. On top of that, Frank, the Iraqi Private Banking League is backing these moves. What did I just say, family? The who? The who? The who? Thank you, Quantum Love. Now, look at those words. The Iraqi private banks. Are they the Iraqi banks? Are they the state banks? What will Omar give me? What will Omar give me? What will Omar give me that I will share with you, Premium and Club 26? A list of private banks? Please get that in your head. There is a difference between the banks of Iraq and the private banks. There is a huge difference. Huge difference. I'm exaggerating this point for a very good reason. One of your bank stories is going to talk about this subject. Private banks. Did I exaggerate it enough? Did you make a sidebar note? Private banks. And what's Hockey going to give us? All right. So on top of that, you got to come every day. If you miss one day of my lectures, it's like, what's that called, Jan? Black ice?
Black ice.
Black ice? That's what it's called, black ice. It's like black ice. You think you can drive across that you're going to slip and slide and you're going to crash. And if you don't know what the dickens I'm talking about, there's no way you can follow our teaching. You're better off with those that sit there and I'm sorry. Yeah, Frank, there was more. On top of that, the Iraqi Private Banking League is backing these moves. That is extremely important for our float. They're saying that the recent agreements will directly strengthen the dinar stability. So definitely some substantial steps are being taken on the front. Yeah. You don't get this from other sites. You don't get this from other articles. That's why I ask you at the end of every UB2B, take our study to God in prayer. Look what he brings us. Continuing. Remember I told you it was midnight? I can hear the pings. I read them. If I look at them all, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, because I'm looking for the one that says, that says what it's supposed to say to me. There are certain words that will be given to me. They're not, it's happened. No. So, with that in mind, I said to him, damn, what you just sent me about they're still talking about it? Yeah. Well, with one eye open and the other one closed, allow me to say, wow. Wow, man, this is trippy. And then we jumped to literally 5 o'clock in the morning. Frank, you ready for this? What? You say it's slow, it's on a Friday, right? But it's not slow with my teams. You ready for this? Maliki and some of the coordinated framework people, they actually went on the news. And they said these words to us. They said, Prime Minister Z has resigned as the Prime Minister of Iraq. To which I said, LOL, 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 LOL. Brother, we put him in. The only ones that can take him out is us. Unless you guys do a coup. Man, they're talking about everything else. Maybe I should just... Anyway, so yeah, this is what I said, good morning, Omar, everyone. So now the cockroaches are spreading a rumor that Z has resigned. Really? Is that what's going on? And then they send... I mean, I apologize. I'm with you so much. I can imagine you get bored after a while. I'm embarrassed, to tell you the truth. I just have so much I want to share with you. I apologize. So let's just maybe not read all. Well, maybe you should read this. You see, when we went, or when Z went to Washington, D.C., he came back with the Oliver Wyman report, and that's the monetary reform. And it also has in there, get rid of the cockroaches. Get rid of the cockroaches. You cannot have any cockroaches. You can't have what you want, purchasing power. I'm not going to let you have it. Nope, not going to let you have it. So I tell you what, says Trump, in my opinion, to Z, let's make a deal. Sure, what you want was Mr. Trump. If you get rid of the militia, the factions, by such and such date, and if you sit your government by such and such date because you got rid of the factions, then you can have what you want. Now, you don't have an article about that. I don't even think you have anybody on the internet with that idea. But listen to the following. Listen to the following, because it might help you to agree with me. On the television, we have the former, you see, these are the nice little clip notes. Our teams are there. They're at the CPI. They're watching TV. They're in the streets. They're in the markets. On the television, former MP Hussein Ali confirmed that the existence okay, this is for real. It's not Bigfoot. This is for real. The existence of a political understanding. Where did you go, Z? I went to go see Trump. The existence of a political understanding regarding the timeline for finalizing the cabinet. Oh, you got a date of when you got August the 15th. Oh, where'd you get it from? You know who I got it from, Frank. Because there was a political understanding, you know what I'm saying? We spit on it, okay? We shook. It was a political understanding regarding the timelines for finalizing the cabinet, August 15th, and the American withdrawal from Iraq, noting that this deal, oh my gosh, it created optimism, it created excitement, optimism for achieving a positive result in the coming days. That's what they told you just now, Frank. You think they're going to put that in an article? I don't know. You want them to put it in an article? We don't care. We see it. What else did they say? You see, the point is, Frank, Z went over there. He made a deal. He came back, and we're seeing the evidence of this deal. Omar, yeah, Frank. The deal said that if you get rid of the factions, and if you sit your government, you know what else is going to happen, right? Okay, that you can have what you want. Yeah, what you want. Well, in reality, we would like to be sovereign. We would like to be left alone. We would, get your troops out. Deal, shake. Be careful now. Are you sure you want to shake this hand? Yeah. All right. Shake Trump's hand. Good job. Now go home and show us the evidence of everything that we just agreed upon. And the next thing you know, they talk about the HCL. They talk about sitting with the government on August the 15th. They talk about the float. They talk about the lower denominations. They talk about the lifting of the 3 zeros. And the next thing I think is on August the 3rd. Well, we'll get to that. Unless you don't want me to. How many people we have? Oh, aren't you?
53.
Wow. Allow me to take the time to bow to you and to tell you how grateful I am. I'm humbled that you come and listen to me. Thank you. Remember, everything I say to you is just in my opinion. Until it's your opinion. So what else did he say? Because this is pretty cool. Frank, what he said, it created nothing but optimism for achieving the positive results. The positive, and you know what those positive results are. It is the deal that Z made with Trump when he went over there. Also, Frank, they said that this positive results would be in coming days. So is August the 3rd. Ali told the news agency, quote, Iraq has set important timelines. You you set timelines? You never do. For what? You set them when you came back. Iraq has set important timelines related to finalizing the cabinet. Yeah, I know. In addition to the American withdrawal from the Iraqi territory. You go ahead and think that, okay? We shook. We shook hands. We'll get our soldiers out. No problem, okay? That's what you want, right? Uh-huh. And you shook on it, right? Uh-huh. You know you're not going to go back on your word, right? Uh-huh. Did you think about this? Uh-huh. It worked. We'll cover it in a little bit. So, yeah, we have important timelines. Happy birthday. Mm. Happy birthday. Yeah, we set important timelines, August the 15th, related to finalizing the cabinet. In addition to the American withdrawal from Iraq territory, in return, shake on it. In return, Washington has set conditions for Baghdad to withdraw the forces from Iraqi soil, and he added that, quote, America has set conditions, most notably those related to disarming the factions and the relationship with Iran. Trump has issued many tweets. So this is all coming from Trump? Oh yeah, we're not denying it. Neither am I. Trump has said many tweets regarding these issues, but the wisdom of the leaders of the coordinated framework, the what? The what? You actually moron. But the wisdom of the coordinated framework leaders will lead, they say, this will lead to a positive result. Then why were you bitching about it for so long? It goes to, leads to a positive result because if you don't agree with it, your ass is out of there. He explained that in the coming days, he explained that, quote, in the coming days cannot be predicted in detail. Get out of here. But there is optimism regarding the understanding and the political activity aimed at achieving positive results, especially given the efforts to finalize the cabinet formation by and I'm going to leave it at that. So Frank, it looks like yeah, that's what's going on. La 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 la. Yes, sir. Okay. Hey Omar, I love it when they say we got a timeline. We we have an established timeline for our government, and I say yes, you do. Yes, you do. Since Z got back, and all of this started when Z went to Washington. Here, baby, let me let them enjoy it. What you think? Like right about here? Is that good, Jen?
Tilt it towards me a little bit.
Towards it like that?
Yeah.
Is that good? I love it when they say that they have a timeline to establish your government. Yes, you do. And all of this started when Z went to Washington, and he came back to fulfill the Oliver Wyman project that Trump demanded from Z. He told Z, look, let's make a deal. If you get rid of these Iranian factions in your government, and if you set your government by August the 15th, then I'll pull out my troops on a very specific date. And since then Z came back from Washington, all you see is the converse is the conversation about your monetary reform, the lifting of the three zeros, the lower notes, the concept of the float with international basket of your currency outside of your borders. All of this information has been exploded in your country from the moment that Z arrived back from visiting Trump. Z took to Trump the right numbers and the right words, and now Z brings to Iraq citizens the right numbers and the right words concerning your monetary reform, and that's why the economists are telling you the truth, and that's why, in my opinion, somewhere around the 3rd of August, we may see the next crucial step to this visit from Washington, D.C. All of this, of course, is in my opinion. What do I know? Now, hold on. And yeah, I say stop because I don't want you to see this. This is the next step, and he starts to explain it to me. To which I then respond by saying, yeah, and look at what they're saying. They are telling you, they are telling you, they are predicting. I mean, again, different. They come up with so many words. They are predicting in the coming days some amazing optimism. Yeah, I agree. Sometime around the 3rd. Stay strong, brother. Then he says to me about laws. He says, there are many laws that still have to be passed, Frank. They still have to be approved in order for us to see our new rate. We believe that these laws are what the CBI needs to do, and they can't even form a cabinet. So there's things that we've told you why we're thinking that it's still down the road. It has many things down the road that still have to be done, and the formation of these laws, they still haven't been done anywhere. Even they talk about this. They can't even talk about their cabinet. Okay, la 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 la. All right. Um, to which I say, because you see, he's worried. He thinks there's laws. He says they're changing because there's a lot of things that has to be passed before the CBI can pull the trigger, and it's just something makes nothing getting done. Whatever. Look, things are definitely being done in your government, okay? And you will see the results very soon. In fact, they even predicted it today. Stay strong, Omar. And I'm very sorry that you're suffering day to day with everything that goes on out there. One day, brother, one day you will be sitting next to me on a beach chair in the beaches of Kailua Kona on a big island of Hawaii, and we will say to ourselves, remember those days? Be strong, okay? There are many laws, Frank, that have to be done. No, they still have to do them to approve to get. No, there's no work being done. Yes, there is. We suppose, but Frank, but Frank, but Frank, but Frank, but Frank, but Frank. And we appreciate your enthusiasm, your optimism, but we have to no, 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 no. In my strong opinion, and my team's, the laws that we need for your monetary reform are done. If you know of any laws that need to be passed, let me know about them. But there are no laws that need to be passed. Oh man, that kind of hurt my neck. My body has pain everywhere. That's because I broke my neck there. Uh, okay, so now the next thing that happens, we need laws. We need these laws. No, we don't. But Mr. Frank, I'm telling you, we need these laws. No, we don't. Then, and that's why I don't show you everything. I block it. So then I say, look, go to this address, go to this floor, look for the yellow light bulb, and talk to these people. When you're done, come back and talk to me. I don't pull out a trump card that often. I don't. That was pretty cool, huh? No, I don't. I don't try to overrule Omar that often. Is what I'm trying to say. But what I said to him, because my heart was really hurting for him. Look, I need for you to go and talk to these people. So he does. And the next thing he do, and I said, get back with me. So he does. And I said, and so please let me know, okay? And then he says, Mr. Frank, look, what? We just, we're talking to them and about this. And, they explained some things. And sure enough, right after we talked to them, this came on TV. Now, he's not asking me how he knows it, but he says, but after we talked to them, this came on TV now. This, about what I just sent you. You know something? You can be sitting in your living room and you talk to your soulmate and you say something like, I don't know, hey babe, how about would you like to take a trip to Tokyo? I wonder what it would be like to go to Tokyo. And then the next day you get all these emails about a trip to Tokyo. And you sit there, you go, wow, that's a coincidence. On the top right hand side of every smart television, they are listening to you. You can disarm it if you want, but you got to know how. Thank God. It's not human beings that are listening to you, but it's AI. Yeah, Tommy, they've been spying on us for about 12 years now. That's okay. I decided to study the craters on the moon, so I just bent over and I showed them the. Oh no, they can't see. That's right. They can only hear. You're terrible, Frank. Look, Mr. Frank, they're talking about this right now on the television. Just when we finished talking to your friends, I just sent this to you. It's wild. It's wild. Look, right there. He said, "It's wild. How is this possible?" You sent me there. Okay, look. Our prime minister on television. He was asked, "Mr. Prime Minister Z, I got a question for you." What? Whether or not the Council of Ministers, the question is, could the Council of Ministers, could they issue regulations and instructions, even if Parliament has not explicitly delegated, the authority for a specific law? That's a lot of word salad. Just tell me, just ask me the question. The coordinated framework can't pass laws, can they? Well, they can, but do we need the laws that the coordinated framework passes in order for them to be authorized? No, says the Prime Minister of Iraq, Z. Oh, really? So that means that we don't need no stinking laws? I guess so, Frank. How'd you know? How? Hey, family, did you know that? Did you know that? Answer me while I take a drink of water. Country chick says, I miss my stupid TV. Oh, that's brilliant. Let me see. Lady I talked to, I didn't bring up that went too fast. Music to my ears. Thanks, Frank. It's happening, Frank. Has the right to say, I told you so. No, for real. I have been telling you, haven't I? And I used that movie with Humphrey Bogart, Sierra Madre. We don't need no stinking badges. And I turned it into, we don't need no stinking laws. Remember my precious KTFA family? Yeah. So that's how I teach, and that's how I reference, and you go back and it dawns on you. All of a sudden, it's like somebody turned on a light bulb. That's what he meant. Make sure you turn it off. So yeah, is there more? What did Z says? Well, the Prime Minister asked. He was asked whether the Council of Ministers could issue regulations and instructions, even if Parliament had not explicitly delegated that authority within a specific law. They said that the federal Supreme Court ruled that regardless of whether a law expressly grants such authority, the Council of Ministers possesses an inherited constitutional power to issue regulations, instructions, and decisions. This ruling, Mr. Frank, opens the door for the government to proceed with the removing of the 3 zeros from the Iraqi dinar through a government regulation and not through these jackasses, without first obtaining parliamentary approval. Yeah, and this is a highly technical monetary financial move. Yeah, that's why I sent you there, Omar. That's why I want you to understand. And that's why I want you to understand, family. We don't need no stinking laws. And I told you at the beginning, we have every law. I know what the gurus say to you. I don't care. We have every law we need. Trump knows it. That's why he brought Z over. All that Trump wants is get them out of here. That's the number one thing we need is security and stability for your monetary reform. Get them out of here. How stupid! Get them out. Well, no wells, no reasons, no excuses, no nothing. Get them out. And then I'll get my troops out. And remember, you shook my hand on that. It was a very specific deal, buddy. I got you, Z, and you don't even know it. So the ruling opens the door for this lifting of the 3 zeros. There ain't no delays. There ain't no delays. There is no garbage like whatever says, or like the COM says, or like the coordinated framework says. There isn't. There are no issues. Mr. Frank, this is a highly technical monetary and financial issue that deserves careful analysis and discussion by financial and economic experts. Who the dickens do you think has been talking to you for about a week and a half now explaining the monetary reform? These financial economic experts. Well, Omar, this is exactly what I told you. Exactly what I was trying to explain to you. This is exactly what I've been telling you. First of all, we don't need no stinking laws. Second, to pass your new exchange rate. Second of all, we got every law that we need. Just ask Donald Trump. And third of all, when a law is passed, listen carefully. You know this, but you listen carefully. And third of all, when a law is passed by your parliament, it is because it has been read 3 times. Then it actually automatically becomes a law once your president of the republic signs off on it. Now, if there is no signature, it automatically becomes a law, and this clause was actually put into your constitution in order to counter people like Maliki or the coordinated framework that have been doing all these shenanigans and these delays. And also people like the Sunnis, people like that don't want you to fulfill your monetary reform. They don't want your country to succeed. They want to keep stealing. Sorry, but it's just not going to work that way. It's just not going to work that way. That's why their asses are, get out of here. It's not going to work that way. Just like in my government, we have a bunch of communists that are trying to take over my government, but we have many safety backups to protect us from such takeovers. You're going to be okay, Omar. You got everything you need. The problem is, the problem is, we have to wait for Donald Trump, who already told Z when. And the problem is that they didn't tell me when, laughing out loud. So we wait. But the evidence. So this same place, the same source, these same people I sent him to, they gave him more stuff, and he's so excited. Look what else they gave me. What? Look. And this is where we get things that the internet doesn't know about until the next day. Look, Mr. Frank, urgent, Baghdad. And I don't know if this is out yet. Washington, as the Sudani Arab Gulf, a specific source confirms that detailed developments are now imminent. Detailed developments are now imminent. It is set to reshape the political landscape in Iraq as part of a quiet and calculated moves, paving the way for a new phase. This is the cornerstone and the central axis of the roadmap, and from it, the next stage 6 will begin soon. The sun will rise on a unified and strong Iraq, free from sectarianism as it should be. Do you understand me, KTFA family, that I love so much? Of course you do. So enjoy it. Mr. Frank, read this. I don't want to. No, read this. What is it? It's from Chalet. I don't need to read it. No, Frank, please read. Frank, hey. Yo, Frank, please read this. It's from the finance minister, Chalet. I don't need to read it. I know what it is. No, Frank, for real. Look, you're not listening to me. Look, this is serious. This is from Chalet. Omar, Chalet's telling you that there's no discussion to lift the three zeros. Yeah, we didn't expect him to say that. He's been saying the opposite. Frank, what up? Chalet, Frank. He says, in the growing debate of Iraq, asserting the talks of removing the zeros from the currency or the existence of a cash crisis, it's merely a baseless rumor. What? Oh, yeah, the zero, the project of the zero removal. Yeah. Yeah, Iraq does not have, quote, Iraq does not currently have any official indications or discussions regarding removing the zeros from the Iraqi currency, explaining that this measure is a part of a comprehensive. Shut up, whatever. But look, so Chalet, you traitor, you communist, how dare you go against the flow? Everybody knows that we're going to have the three zeros lifted. What's the matter with you? Chalet? To which I told him, I said, oh my goodness, Omar. They're trying so many different ways to tell you that you're going to have a new exchange rate. But Frank, Chalet says no. He says, Frank, read it. It's not good. Read it. To which I'm still laughing my head off. I'm still laughing. I said, Omar, Chalet tells you, you can't lift the three zeros until you have security and peace. Okay. But to be honest with you, Chalet's doing what he's supposed to do. Chalet is simply doing what Kuwait did, what China did. You know how close we are, right? That's when China did it. He tells you there's no discussion about lifting the three zeros, and yet that's all they've been talking about day after day. Look, the reason why he tells you that is because the discussion is over with. He's not lying to you. Well, Frankie also said on television that there's no... Just stop. So which I said, but what do you expect him to say? And yet everyone else tells you the truth. This is nothing more but a pattern, okay? But we're expecting the truth from Chalet. He always tells us the truth. He is telling you the truth. Ain't nobody talking about lifting the three zeros. There's no discussion for it. It's over with. And the mechanics is done. And to which I said, look, because God almighty, enough. By this time I had dealt with over 100 of your texts and phone calls and everything. My brain was ready to explode. And finally, in a nice way, I said to him, I tell you what, then go ahead and believe Chalet and give up on the monetary reform, okay? What do you think? And they said, no, it's just that he's never lied to us before, Mr. Frank. He's been the one with the best information about our reform. He's given us good stuff. He's been honest with us. We always wait to see what he has to say. He usually tells us the best news, Mr. Frank. And that's what he's doing. He's telling you the truth for the love of truth. That is the truth, Omar. And I like him too, by the way. I like Chalet. And that's why I say to you, he's telling you the truth. There's no more discussions about the lifting the three zeros. You know how in depth those meetings were? You know how long those meetings, how it took a long time to establish it. Remember I called it the two sets of books? The lifting of the three zeros is a long project from back in 2012. That project was completed a long time ago. You are in the 5th stage of a 6-stage program. Stay strong with me. Stay strong. We hope so, Mr. Frank. We hope so, Mr. Frank. To which I say, wink. Omar, can I be so bold? Can I be so brash? Can I tell you that thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you for keeping us positive uh, on everything. We appreciate you. My whole family watches you. We all watch you around the TV. We love you. We, we see more of you. We see more of you than we see anyone else. We just wanted to make sure that we just wanted to make sure we say thank you, Mr. Frank. You're welcome, buddy. I love you. Love you too. Stay strong, okay? So that's my report. Oh, to almost 2.5. What is it? What's the show? 2416.
69.
Almost 25. Again, I'm humbled. I'm grateful. Thank you kindly for coming to be with us. I pray that what I offer you is of some value. Remember, everything I say to you is just in my opinion until the next day. And I don't mean to be cocky. What I mean is that if you study with me, I tell you things before they happen. That's our pattern. It's been that way for 18 years. The very first thing when I met you on on December the 1st, 2008, four of you got together, created a forum, and you said, can you lead us? And I said, okay. And I said, hi, my name is Frank26, and I'm going to be leading this forum. We call it KTFM, Keep the Faith Missions. And the very first thing I want to tell you is that was December the 1st, 2008. And so the first thing I want to tell you is that on December the 21st at 12:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Chase Bank will stop selling the Iraqi dinar. And everybody was like, oh man, we got a bozo to lead us here. Frank, we've been buying from Chase forever. About over 10 years. Well, what are you talking about? They're going to stop. They're not going to stop. 12:01, they stopped. They put out a letter to everybody telling them they stopped. Whoa! How did you know that, Frank? That's not important. But do you want me to lead you? And ever since then, I have told you things before they happen. Not in a brash way, but in a way of gratitude to God. Take what I gave you tonight to God in prayer. Now, believe it or not, we're not done. Would you like your bank stories? Would you like your bank stories? I want to say to Aaron, Aaron. Is that our Aaron? Well, Aaron. Aaron, I was going to read your summary that you put on our form, but because it is well done, my dear friend. Well done. You broke it. I mean, look how long this sucker is. And then there's another page. And I was going to read all of this. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, family. But this is a real good synopsis of what's going on right now. That's a very good student. Oh dear, you're not going to believe it. They just sent me something right now. Hold on. To SNEHA. Your last name is Kolar, Kolar. You say, man, I love the street rate tab on the FX Sentinel. So do I. You can see now both of them. Family, if you don't have FX Sentinel, well, yeah, you're missing a powerful tool that you're going to need, and I'm not going to be answering your phone calls. Here's another Delarue machine. Look at that one. This is what we're seeing constantly. Right now it's at 1012. 1012. Alrighty. Also, there are many of you that are kind, and you send me so much stuff. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Okay, thank you, but man, I'm busy enough as it is. But I found this one interesting. It turns out, oh, look at this Delarue machine. Isn't that pretty? It turns out that they're called. Well, I'm not going to say the name of the company, but this company that sells Iraqi dinars is putting this letter out, and the letter is saying that we may not be able to fulfill your order.
2 weeks.
What, honey?
For 2 weeks.
Up to 2 weeks. Does it say that, Jan? You know when they call us, how? What am I gonna get? What am I gonna? I want to know. I want to. Yeah, whatever, whatever. Not one person has been failed. Not one person has been failed with us. And this company, they're saying to their customers that we 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 regret to inform you that due to the Middle East having border issues and all. No, there are no issues. There aren't. My broker right now is taking care of massive whales. Massive. I can't believe the numbers of what he's doing, which I can't talk about, and the people that are doing it. Wow. There's just so many places left to buy dinars, and my broker has an unlimited source. They are pristine. That's exactly how you want them. Yesterday, we brought you a bank story where the person said, yeah. I said, run them through the Delarue. And they spit 3 of them out. Why? Because exactly, I told you a long time ago. I told you don't want them torn. You don't want them ripped. You don't want them worn away. You don't want to buy them on eBay. Don't do those things. You want the pristine. You want them like my broker. And the source of my broker is unlimited. I know that's hard to believe, but if I told you how and why, you would say, "Oh, well, no, yeah, we used to wholesale to all of these people. We don't anymore." No, you're on your own. I only take care of my KTFA family. Oh, and today is the last day. We had a discount for 10 million and above. Why don't we just keep doing it? What do you think, Ting? Okay, yeah, if you want 10 million and above, there is a different price for it. But we're not advertising it. You have to call and ask me. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's go. We'll call Larry and we'll tell him we want it for 1 more week. We'll do it 1 more week, family. Now, who am I? Because there's so many of you. Oh my word, there's so many of you that are pouring in. Look, we're going on 2,600 now. Yesterday we had 3,300 of you. Thank you. God bless you. So, the newbies, who am I? My name is Frank. I go by FRANK26. There's a reason for the 26 number. When you add up in Hebrew the name Yahweh, the number is 26. But that's not the reason why I was named 26. I was conceived on the 26th. I wore that number playing sports when I was young. And 26 was important to me. So that's why I'm FRANK26. And I am a registered agent with a licensed broker with the U.S. Treasury. What does that mean? Nothing. It's just a bunch of fancy words that say that I'll take your order. I'll take all your information. I will make sure that there are no mistakes. And then it's all sent to the broker. And then what the broker does is he sends you the currency. I can't send it to you. I don't have the license. I don't have the license, but I do all the groundwork, all the paperwork, and I make sure that you're happy, you're satisfied, and that not one single person is missing their dinars. So, if you're interested, get a pencil and paper, and here's what you're going to do. You just send me a text. Don't send me a voicemail. 2 people did. And please answer all 5 questions. How can you not answer 5 questions? Okay, here we go. Send me a text. Why a text? So I can see the proper spelling. Send me a text and answer me 5 questions. Number one, your phone number. Number two, your full name like it is on your driver's license or whatever ID you have, because you'll be sending in a copy of it. Number three, the address where you want the product delivered. Do we deliver it to a P.O. box? Yes, we do, preferably. I prefer to deliver to a P.O. box. Number four, the email where I'm going to send you your instructions on how you pay for the order. And number five, the amount that you want to order. There are four brackets: 1 million, write it down, 1 million, a or half a million, a quarter of a million, and 100,000 dinars. Tell me what you want. We'll send you your paperwork. The next day, now you know I'm in Hawaii. The next day, you look for your email from us. Yeah, you look for your email from us. And if you don't see it, look in your trash bin, look in your junk folder. If you still don't see it, call me back. You need all that information in order to complete this transaction. Mrs. K, Mrs. K, I'm gonna call you now. Family, I like things in threes. So how about if we wind up by bringing you 3 phone calls? Oops, that was a mistake. Someone that I just called by accident. Don't call me back and say, "Well, did you want me, Frank?" No, it was a butt dial. And if I happen to call you again by accident, it's because it's the other cheek. But don't call me tonight.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Mrs. K, do me a favor now. Turn down the volume.
I did.
Oh, you just did. Okay, good job. And now,
Yes.
oh, it died on you. Oh, okay. And now,
No.
no, 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 no. I was talking to Jan. I'm sorry. And now,
Okay.
Karen. First of all, you are from Florida.
New York and Florida. Yes.
Alrighty. And this is from Florida, though. This bank story, right?
Yes.
And it was Chase, right?
Yes. And I had an update on Mid Florida
Did you
Bank
really?
Union also.
Really? What I got excited about, Mrs. K, is that they told you, "Oh man, we have meetings about the dinar and foreign currency all the time." I'm gonna be quiet, Karen. The floor, or Mrs. K, Karen. The floor is yours. Go right ahead.
Okay. Okay. Number one, they have the Deliveroo machines now at the Florida Credit Union, Mid Atlantic. So they're there. That's the first part.
Okay.
But the major, yes.
No, I
Right?
said that's good. That's good. Go ahead.
Okay, so and God bless you. Thank you for everything. Again, all about divine intervention. Please know that, family. I had been visiting Chase for years, especially over the past year, knowing about currency, whatever. Everybody disavowed it, and the banks became relatively empty over the past 6 months. So even the larger ones down here, the booths were empty. Today, I decided to go. I just needed some cash. Went to the teller, and every single booth was loaded. Maybe 8. All different types of advisors. I was actually startled.
Wow.
And I said to the teller, I'm not sure. I've been told there's a kind of floating vice president or president of private client advisors. She said, well, he happens to be here today. She got out from behind her teller station. She went to his door, and just as she went there, a woman got up and left. The rest of the booths were full. She said something to him, and he invited me in. And I sat down, and I was pretty quickly thanked him for taking me because I hadn't made the appointment. And I said, nice to meet you. And I said, listen, I'm just going to be very straight with you. I said, I work with myself and a family. And we're interested in currency, especially the reevaluation of the dinar, the dong, and others. He looked at me and smiled. I said, I've been here before, but I was told that nobody was informed about it. He said, well, we are. And I said, really? And I
We
said,
are. We are.
it might be happening. I said, it's probably going to happen soon. He said, you mean like the end of August, possibly? And I said, oh my.
Wait. Don't repeat
Yes.
that. But did you say he gave you a date?
No, not specifically.
Oh, he was just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I said we believe it's probably relatively soon.
Yeah.
Maybe this month.
But
He said, "Oh,
but
we
but
mean by the end of August."
but oh, the end of August, he said. Okay, but
Well,
well, he said the 10th. Okay, but it was nothing more but an
no,
illustration, right?
yes, more or less. But he was affirming my statement in some way. I felt that. But so we'll move on. So I said,
Yeah, move on.
well, yeah, no, only to be trust because there's more to this. And actually, somebody else called me after I spoke to you, Frank, which totally startled me.
Okay.
Okay, so he then went on to say, yes, we are actually having, and I said, we're really interested when this happens, to work with probably JP Morgan private wealth client up in New York. He said, oh, yeah. He said, as a matter of fact, we have now started weekly meetings with all the private client bankers and Jamie Dimon's New York facility. I said, oh, really? Yeah, I said, that's great news. So we chatted a little bit about projects that will be done with the family and that we're all excited. And I didn't want to belabor it. He was sweet as sugar. He said, look, you call me anytime. He said, we'll reconvene. And I said, yes, and I hope real soon. So thanked him, walked out, startled. The booths were all full. Why were they full? I found out later. Well, I left very happy. An hour later, I get a call. And I get a call from somebody I had seen there who's a personal client banker. It's different.
Yes.
Gee,
Yes,
I
it is
haven't
different.
seen you in a while. He said, I understand you were here. I spoke to so-and-so. And I'm calling you to let you know, I'm not sure you know, but we had a luncheon here and we'd like you to come on May 7th. There was a town hall with Jamie Dimon. He opened it up to 1,900 banks. There were 2,700 people on the call, and the other person on the call with Jamie Dimon, and I guess his group, was a Jen Roberts. I think she's a consumer banking CEO or something to that effect. I actually Googled this, and it'll tell you there was a town hall, and all these people, the 2,700 selected in that wealth management group, were on it. So I went on Google and I saw it. I was startled, actually. He said, well, we want to put your name on the list for the next one. We had a luncheon. We had conversation after. People were able to ask questions. And he said, probably another one in 6 months or earlier.
As soon as you find out when, get it. I would love for our KTFA. I don't know if we could all be a part of it, but man,
of course.
Okay.
Oh,
see if you can get it, because they are going to confess everything. If we go to this meeting, and we're flat out ask them, "You going to exchange the currency or not?" Yes, we are. Oh, you just admitted it, and they're already admitting it. Go ahead.
I actually think it's done, and I actually
it's done.
He said in 6 months. I said to him, really? Not sooner? He didn't answer me. I said, okay, listen, thank you. He said, no, you must come. We had a luncheon here. We had an open bar, all of this stuff, not liquor. I think it was just whatever. It was shocking to me. And he said and that's probably why those booths were filled, because these were some of the people that went to that. I was not told about it.
That have dinars.
They must have everything, I have a feeling. Because the meeting was about what Jamie covered, according to this, and you can Google it and find out. He covered the state of the economy worldwide, the landscape of it, including currency, but he didn't talk about a rebound. But he did say, which really startled me, then there's another, if you Google, his talking about investments in Iraq, Jamie Dimon. So I was startled. Then he emailed me tonight. Again, he said, please don't hesitate to come in and talk. Those are the stories, not expected, divine intervention, didn't expect to be there today, and certainly, and this gentleman said, the one who's now private wealth, he's going to be there 4 days a week now. They travel down here from place to place between New York and here. He's now here pretty much permanently. Not bad, huh?
I'm gonna make a note. I throw away all my notes. I literally destroy them all, so that no
Right,
phone numbers, no names, no nothing, addresses
right, right.
exist. But I'm making a note here. What I want to do, Karen, with your permission, is
Uh-huh.
I want to get back with you. I want you to learn as much as you can.
Sure,
I'll come to Florida. I love what
sure.
you're telling me about this place. If they are willing to actually do a meeting, if they are actually willing to be public about this now, and this was the ones that were making fools of us, well, no, Chase wasn't that bad. Well,
No,
but they,
they couldn't say anything. They
yeah,
just couldn't say anything.
they couldn't. That's right. Wow. Find out what you can, Karen. Please get back with me. I'm going to save this page, this note, because I would like to probably do something down the road with you guys down there.
Fine, absolutely. Well, they apparently want to keep in touch with what we call our family. I mean, they're interested, but I think anybody can go online now and
Okay.
look this up
Well,
because
fine.
it discusses the town hall.
Well,
Amazing.
so at least they can do that much. Let's see, family, say it one more time, Karen, where they should go and look this up.
Just go on Google. Hold on, I'll pull it up. It's
Thank you.
very simple. Hold on one second. I just have to switch pages, Frank. Okay. I'm on Google now. Just write in Jamie Dimon Town Hall, May 7th, 2026.
Got
You'll
it.
be able to read it, scroll, and you can even ask questions. Now, there was a section where I asked about the revalve and asked about the currency. And it wasn't really from Morgan, but it said that this dropping of the three zeros is a myth. It's what we've been told for years, which is not really part of the section I read about Diamond. But I think this is extraordinary. This is his first town hall he's ever had with questions, and the clients that were on it, 1,900 banks apparently were included, 27,000 people were on it, were able to ask questions, and they spoke about investments. It was about the geopolitical landscape. I
Okay.
think it's fascinating.
Thank you.
This is
God
just,
bless you, and get back with me if they get back with you, okay?
yeah, we'll talk, Frank. Sure, absolutely.
Thank you, Karen. God bless. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Wow. Okay. Mrs. C. Yeah, let's get in the car. Family, we got rain, so give us a second. No, it's Mr. C. Mr. C is next. I'm gonna be calling you. Turn down the volume, please. As soon as we get in the car. I'm gonna go ahead and call Mr. C. 8.
Your call cannot.
Of course. Hey, Mr. C, it's Frank, 26.
How are you doing?
Doing mighty fine. Um, you have an interesting piece of information that you picked up. You are from Oklahoma, correct?
Yes, sir. I went to the bank this afternoon and inquired upon them about the dinar situation and all foreign currencies. And what
Go-
I found out was a little bit unique.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to be quiet, go right ahead, because this piece of information is what we have been teaching, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead.
So I went into the bank and asked them if they had the Delarue machine or the G&D machines, and they looked at me like I had something on me. Um, I told them that when I was in South Texas that I'd seen those machines around Austin and then Waco. Um, and the lead teller told me we don't need a machine like that here in this branch. We'll pull it up on the screen and we'll see an image from the book, and that image will tell us whether or not you have fake currency. And I'll be the one in this branch that will validate it for you.
Cool.
Then the other thing that she had told me shortly thereafter, or immediately thereafter, is that you're going to have a bank here. And I wanted to caution everybody on this call and let you know that a seasoning of your bank account could take 3 to 5 days with just a little bit of a deposit, a regular work check deposit. Sometimes it takes longer for big deposits like you'd have with your dinar. So she encouraged me to open an account, which we already know, but I just wanted to reinforce that if you're choosing a bank, you need to have an account there when you make a big deposit. So even if you're going to move it somewhere else, it's going to have to sit there for a little bit of a time.
That's good. That's really good because, it's one of the things we tell people. Google your neighborhood. Ask the computer, what what banks in my neighborhood exchange foreign currency. Then go there and open an account. Many people say, well, why should I do that? Because you want to be prepared. Not every bank is going to demand that you have an account before they exchange, but some will. And that's what. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they can hold those funds for a certain amount of time. I work internationally and I have a lot of consulting money coming in anyway, but there's some banks that can hold up to 10 to 15 days on a deposit. So depending on the size of it, they can really kind of hold you hostage with your money. So they might give you $400 or $500 on a $2,000 deposit, but when you're talking 100,000, they can hold it for many days to make sure there's no fraud on that. So
hostage. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. C, I can't thank you enough. Thank you because you were able to verify something that we've been teaching. God bless you, brother, and call me anytime. You hear?
All right. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So the last one, family, is more of a direct bank story. And let's see what we have here. Do we still have our 25, what is it, 2,500 people? Or
26.
Yeah, it was 26.
1111 comes up.
Really? There it is. We see 111. Every day we see it somehow or another. That's amazing. Okay, I think you're going to like this one too, family.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, TK. Thank you for answering. Oh, I'm a little wet. We had to get in the car here. we had a downpour. Well, TK, I'm just going to be silent because it's always good when I bring people in because you guys allow us to experience what you went through. Your voice, your emotion, the words you use, go right ahead and tell the family what happened to you.
Well, I've been in this investment for 16 years, and I've been through several banks over the years and never had any real successes. I've been following the report of other folks and everything else. So I thought, well, you know what? Maybe it's time to get back up on the horse. And I went to a Fifth Third Bank, which was close to the grocery store I shop at.
In what state?
In Michigan.
Go ahead.
And I thought these folks, Fifth Third Bank, used to sell dinar. And I said, well, I'm going to go in there and open an account. So a couple of days ago, I went in there and I opened up an account and tried not to say anything to the lady who was opening the account, but about dinar. And I said, I am going to have a need for a wealth manager or possibly even a private bank. And opened up all kinds of things. She said, well, I'll give whatever his name is, the private banker, your information. I'll have him call you. So we set up a phone call and we had it Wednesday afternoon, 4:00. he brought two other people on the call, which was a trust advisor, because I mentioned that I'm going to probably need to open up a trust, as well as some other things that I wanted to worry about and see what else you guys had to offer. And he also brought a senior investment advisor who had an experience or an exposure quite a bit to the FX system, which is not what this is, obviously. Anyhow, after we spent about 40 minutes on the call, and a lot of getting to know each other, etc. And then one of the things, probably the single biggest fact that I got out of the call, besides the fact that they're going to do some investigation on the dinar and try to get back with me in a timely fashion, but the biggest thing was we had been hearing, obviously, from most banks about FDIC insurance and how you got $250,000 and you can add signers and increase the amount, etc. But in a private bank client, what that means, family, is that you are the bank. They keep your money separate from everyone else's. It's just yours. Now, they don't do it for anyone. You have to have a minimum. This bank was a minimum of $5 million, okay? And I told them point blank that I don't have that kind of money yet, but I will shortly. And they said, that's fine. I said, well, do you have some type of a guarantee to guarantee my money, like Lloyd's of London or insurance or what? And they said, no. You don't understand. When you're
Before you say it, I want to highlight it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why we brought in TK. Focus and listen very carefully to what he's about to say. It's a chunk of new information. Go ahead, TK.
Okay. So I asked them directly. I said, I'm concerned about, I'm going to have a significant amount of money above to the tune of millions, and I'm concerned about protecting it from, if your bank goes out of business or whatever. And they said, no, you got to understand something. As a private bank client, we don't mix your funds with the banks. Those funds are yours. If the bank goes out of business, those are still yours. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
That's
I said, oh, 100%. That's why we call it private banking. And so that was a huge thing that I took from the call. And I wanted to make sure I shared that with the family, because that's been bothering me for quite some time. How are we going to protect it? Lloyd's of London insurance, et cetera, et cetera. And they said, no. You don't have to worry about any of that. That money isn't intermingled with other people's money. That's yours. And that's why they call it private bank clients. So we don't have to worry.
It's electronic.
Yeah, obviously it must be. But I also have another call coming up with JP Morgan on Monday morning. Yeah, with the same type of a call. So
good.
I'll confirm it with them to see if he gives me the same answer.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The reason I wanted you to come is because that's new. We've always said you're going to have to get insurance, but when you're at that tier, these four different tiers, every one of them is a different step with different perks. You just found out about the one of them that is going to affect us tremendously. And if you remember, Aki is going to give me a list of private banks, correct?
Okay.
And that's exactly what these banks, I think, are going to follow the same way with their insurance.
Well, I believe all of these banks have private bank departments or whatever you want to call them, and that's why they call you private bank client. There are minimums. I think 5 million is the minimum, and I expect to have much more than that. So hopefully, but I'll find out if I get a different answer from JP Morgan on Monday morning. But I will definitely ask them as well. But I know I didn't misunderstand them. So.
Thank you. That's very valuable. Tonight, the 3 bank stories, we picked up 2 valuable things. God bless you, sir, and I hope I get to hear from you in the future. Thank you, TK.
All right, take care.
Yes, sir. Aloha. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, family, what you think? Was that a good call for you? It's been over a couple of hours, I think. Now I better stop. There's just never enough time to share everything that we want. And I apologize, but that's why I'm with you every day. Every day. Um, I always give you aloha. If you study the Iraqi dinar with me, we're done. God bless you. Take care, okay? And if you want to stick around for aloha, we'll give you 5 minutes. And do you know the name of the park, honey?
No. I think somebody earlier said Wailupe.
Wailupe, was it? There would be a sign up there, but I don't see. There it is. This is Manaua? Manalua?
Honolulu Bay, but this park, I think
Yeah,
it's called
okay. This is Manalua Bay, and then Hanuma Bay is next to it down there by the crater. So what this area is called, geez, I don't know. I'm
I
sorry.
think Wailupe.
Oh, I know how I can find out. So, anyways, yeah, if you study the Iraqi dinar with me, God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? It is Wailupe. How did they know?
Somebody said this was their old neighborhood.
Somebody lived in this area? That means they lived up there in the mountains.
Or right
Yeah, you could, Bob. You're right. You're right down here, small kind too. Wow. Well, that's where we're at. All right, right there. So, family, God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. And for those of you that stick around for aloha, come outside with me. Come outside. Oh, they're already dropping. That's why we tell them what it is. Because if you don't want to be around with aloha, we don't want you to. We don't want you to be tortured. Come, family. I want to show you something. Let's go to the far left, honey. Oh, there's my plumerias. Look, family. Aren't they beautiful? These are the ones that I grow in my greenhouse. When we return back to Toledo, you'll see these growing in my greenhouse, all the different colors. Plumeria, that's what they make leis out of. This is a channel, a drainage channel. It's only like about a foot deep, but the water that comes off of the mountains goes into this channel out into the ocean. You can see that this lady is going to go all the way to the very edge, all the way to the tip of that wall. Well, maybe she's not, but that's, oh, she's going in. No, she's going all the way down. So she's going to go all the way down and stand at the very tip of that wall, and she'll throw her line in. Now you can see all these other guys that are out there. Now what are they doing? Well, mainly they're looking for bait. These guys are going to be fishing for big fish, like the size of your hubcap. And they're getting bait right now. There's all types of bait that you can get. Little shrimps, worms, many different things that they're fishing for. Come down here. You see the water, you see the flow of it. Because of the storms that we've been having, family, this is what's called brown water. You see the color? Normally you can see right through that. You have to go way out there, about a mile, before you can see the blue ocean. But unfortunately, the storms, they turn over the bottom. It churns it. And by doing so, it releases a lot of the bacteria from the bottom and off of the rocks. It's a miniature it's a miniature little beach area right here. What you guys look for out there, bro? Shrimp?
Little small fish, Wama, Vicky.
That's what you're looking for, the little guys?
Yeah.
You got to get a lot of them to make a little sandwich.
About 50 to 100
At least.
per person.
Yeah, at least. I don't have the patience, you know.
But they get bigger, so I go for the bigger guys.
Oh, I go Foodland.
There you go. Save the time.
Yeah, aloha. You too, bro. It's like Silverside. Look at the erosion. That is amazing how brown the water is. It should be a beautiful blue color. It's so sad. Yeah, like I said, you got to go out a mile before you get to the blue water. I told you she was going to go all the way to the end of that little rock. I told you. This get the guy in back of me, Chan. He's cleaning out his net, and then this is the little hut that I told you that some homeless person made just to survive. Back home, we have a tree called cottonwood, I think it is. Cottonwood? Dogwood. And this guy reminds me so much of the dogwood. But look at the flower. Here, let me open it up inside. Isn't that beautiful? Just amazing. The palm trees here, look at. If you look real careful, you can see all these little bumps, right? Well, believe it or not, this is a root. This is a root system. The whole thing is trying to make the ability to absorb water. This is the root system. It's actually down there. But when you come up to this part here, look, then you can see that it's actually a palm tree. Isn't that amazing? There's the largest shark, megalong, megaloga. I forget. The largest shark, prehistoric shark. That's what these remind me of. You can't take that off. It's amazing. Just so hard. So hard. The tree itself, or that one right here, that's a mimosa. It produces these red and yellow little bristles, very beautiful. And another type of mimosa tree grows this seed. Pretty cool, huh? They're like boomerangs. Woo! Oh man, that one really took off. Well, family, I hope you had a wonderful time with us today. God bless you all. Sweet aloha to you. Tomorrow, okay? They are. There's no discussion. There's no plans to discuss the lifting of the 3 zeros because they already did. Take care.